Recording. Hello, everybody. Thanks so much for the audience. I'm Professor Julio Rezende. I'll be talking about the prototyping a dome for Habitat Marte Space Analog Station. Also, in terms of introduction, with some new people having the contact with Habitat Marte. We are a Space Analog Station operating in the countryside of Rio Grande do Norte State, in the city of Caiçara do Rio do Vento, in rural area. It's 100 kilometers from Natal, in the coast. In this case, one of the challenges is think about the sustainable human presence on Mars. This depends exhaustively from research based in analog habitats. In this case, if you want have a presence on Mars, you need to think how you can train in analog habitats. And Habitat is one of these. The first mission was during December of 2017. In this case, we are achieving 5 years of operation doing new improvements in the infrastructure. From people flying from east to Brazil, like from Israel, from Europe, and Asia. The best flights are from departing from the airport of Lisbon to Natal. Also, many flights are from stopping in São Paulo, from São Paulo to Natal. Also, the participants from Mexico, the flights are from Mexico to São Paulo and São Paulo to Natal. In this rural area, we have 2 facilities, the Habitat Marte, a second facility under development called Lava Cave Habitat. And 400 meters distant. In Habitat Marte, we are operating around 80 protocols and 30 different surveys. These are some numbers of the missions. In this year, our goal is to achieve 36 missions and 275 participants in the end of December of 2022. And something important also is the participation of women. In this case, 36% of participants are women in our missions. In this case, we also offer virtual missions and receiving participants from more than 40 countries. The last country participating in our mission is Israel, with Ofir Ruimi from Israel. And here we have some photos of during our extravehicular activities showing participants from Chile, Mexico, in Poland, in Mexico, here Ana Karen and Diana Guzman. And more recently, in the month of November, we had the participation of Ofir Ruimi from Israel. One of our goals is operate a self-sustaining habitat. The self-sustaining habitat demands the operation of a smart sanitation. This is connected with the rainwater collection of sewage treatment plant. And the second topic is about closed food production using greenhouse, aquaponics, and we'll be talking more about this. And the third aspect is associated with solar energy. And also, we need to think about a self-sustaining habitat. We need to think about health, and health is very connected with the meals and the food produced in the system. In this case, we can see all of these things happening in International Space Station operations, like we can see the urine processing assembly, the UPA. This equipment restores the water from urine. Also, the VEG is a greenhouse aboard of International Space Station, and the operation of solar panels. In this case, for a really sustainable presence on space, we need to think about the systems and these technologies. Also for the Artemis mission and the future missions to Mars, you need to think about the technologies to support the self-sustaining activities. And in Habitat Marte, we are a knowledge station because we are doing some analogies about these technologies that will be operating in space. Some photos of the activities in the station. Also, the importance of related to research and on agriculture. Some photos of the greenhouse, and some explanation about our infrastructure. The greenhouse, the Habitat Marte main station, the infrastructure for underwater extravehicular activity, the auditorium, and the solar panels. The goal of Habitat Marte recently, and also this is the goal of this presentation, is present some steps that we are doing related to develop a prototype of a new design for Habitat Marte knowledge station. In this case, it's possible. It's an old photo, but because now we have a solar farm in front of here, and in this corner we have the place that we are developing the process of prototyping of a new habitat renovation. In this case, as a first step, we are developing the process of imaging, trying to conceive how this expansion or the renovation of this facility would be done. In this case, you have a photo done by a drone. Also, it's possible to see our solar panels. The idea was create a dome, also learn how to build this dome, and how this dome also would contribute to a space design to our infrastructure. In this case, if you have success in terms of building this dome, we can expand the infrastructure of Habitat Marte, having many domes in the infrastructure, also changing these characteristics of this kind of roof, okay, and having something more space designed. And in this case, we conceived like a hexadecagon. The hexadecagonal structure presents 16 sides, okay? And also some of the segments present in different sizes in the challenge to build using this structure. And in this case, to be applied in Habitat Marte in our greenhouse, we consider the development of a half part of this hexadecagon. And the idea futurely is have plants of hydroponics and also aquaponics operating inside of this structure. Okay, in this case, we started the process of building this structure. Is some photos of the construction, like the building the foundation of this area. And here we have some photos about how this process was developed in the last days. In this recent activity, like maybe 1 month from now. Also, the caterpillar putting like the sand inside. The process is also preparing the floor of the area. Also showing the first part of the foundation ready. Okay. And after this, we started to build the structure of the dome. We had the challenge to imagine the structure, how would be done in this area, how would be operating. And in this case, the last mission with a participant from Israel, we start to build this structure. And now we have some photos of, related to the construction of this area. Also in the photo is a student of geophysics from UFRN. His name is Anchieta in the photo. And he's the step that we are now with this constructing this dome in this part of Habitat Marte. Also a photo during the night, and also the photo during the night how is. And the idea is we have some plans in terms of the use of air conditioning, also other tools in terms of other technologies in terms of how to operate, how this area of Habitat Marte would be a controlled environment, okay? And also this example of lettuce cultivation in a controlled environment, some photos. This is a photo, some photos from Pink Farms. Pink Farms is a vertical farm in São Paulo. Okay, and yes, and this is part of our goal is sharing the ideas about what we are doing in terms of the construction of this dome. Is not ready yet because we are thinking about how would be the material to cover to let this area sealed. We just started some research about, and this is a challenge because some materials would bring a high temperature inside, like a greenhouse effect, and how this would be dealt and what kind of technology you need to apply to keep the temperature inside and the change of the heat and how the plants would be cultivated inside, because the idea is is completely sealed, completely black inside and completely dark, and we have some artificial lighting, LED lighting. Let's show it in this photo here. To development of the plants, as presented by Diana. Also, one of the points of highlight is how we would be creating plants in a Mars environment, and probably will be necessary some infrastructures like this to have learnings. Also in Antarctica, we have the ISS Eden. It's a facility from European Space Agency, and they are cultivating food in a container on Antarctica. And these learnings will be very important to think about how to cultivate food on Mars, okay? And this part of our evolution process, and next days, I hope, next months, next weeks, we have some learnings about how this would be feasible and complete these goals. In this case, we'd like to announce some missions for next year. Our goal is have one international mission by month. And everybody are welcome to contact us and have more details about these missions. Also, we have missions in Portuguese and also in Spanish. And everybody are welcome to contact us to receive more details. And this is my WhatsApp. And also the last QR code is the QR code of Habitat Marte Instagram, okay? In this case, thanks so much. And I am concluding my recording.